Okay, we're back on full screen. The continuation of this doubleheader. I had to take a phone call. And just give me a moment. To get oriented here. We're just gonna wait a few minutes, get oriented here. There's Kathy Harden. There is our Kathy Harden here. And the good news, I had a phone call. The good news is we are back to the landscape full broadcast vision. And I can chill out now. I'm not expecting any phone calls. And we can relax and play some Strat-O-Matic 1911 baseball. And Kathy Harden is with us, and we were interrupted with its bottom of the fifth, and Fred Beebe with allowing a walk and then the double by Tenney. He's one hit or walk away from fatigue, and there is action in the Phillies bullpen. We're not going to use Alexander because we may want to use him in the second game, and he pitched in the first game. You have very few people who are primarily relievers. Just seeing who would make sense to come in if necessary. Wanting to look ahead to make sure no starters will be used. George Chalmers is warming on the sidelines. George Chalmers. He is a right-hander. We're gonna have to refresh our coffee. That thing got cold. And Buck Herzog steps in now. He's 1 for 2. He struck out and singled. It's 3-1 Boston. Buck Herzog has a chance to bust it wide open here. Beebe from the stretch now. And the pitch to Buck Herzog. 4-2 right-handed, he walked him. And that's going to be it for Fred Beebe, who has reached fatigue in the 5th inning. And as we said, George Chalmers was warming. Beebe pitched 4 1/3. He walked 6. He's allowed 3. The bases are loaded. With 1 out, he's responsible. And Chalmers comes in for the Phillies. Used both as a starter and reliever without emphasis. Pretty good pitcher. Chalmers taking his warm-ups. And Doc Miller comes in to hit here. Bases loaded with 1 out. It's already 3-1 Rustlers. And we have a new ex-post for this ball game. Okay, here's Doc Miller now. Left-handed hitter. It's 1 out, bases full. Chalmers, the new pitcher, and the pitch to Miller. 6-8 left-handed, and he struck him out. That's 2 away. For Wilbur Good. We'll see if Chalmers can get the Phillies out of this. Here's Chalmers now. And the pitch to Good. That is 3-8 right-handed, and he grounds it to first, scooped up by Luderus. And he takes it to the bag to end the inning. So it was bases loaded with 1 out, and Chalmers gets the Phillies out of it. No runs. Beebe will get charged with 3 there. And we're going to head to the top of the 6th. Buster Brown will try to hold the lead. That was some impressive work by Chalmers. Here's Hans Lobert. Hans grounded to short and walked. And we thank Kathy Harden for the repost. Yeah, thank you. Oh. Oh. Okay, here's Buster Brown now. Trying to hold the lead for the Rustlers. The windup and the pitch to Lobert. That is a 3-7 right-handed, and that is, a reroll. It is a liner to short caught by Herzog, 1 out. Now Sherry McGee, 2 for 2 today. A double and a base hit that brought Nabe home. Brown the windup. The pitch to McGee, 6-6, and it's a base hit up the middle. His 3rd hit of the ball game, Sherry McGee. He's an A. He'd be a 1-14 with Peaches Graham. And here's Dodi Paskert. Dodi 0 for 2 today. Brown from the stretch. And the pitch, that'll be a 5-4 right-handed, walked him. Paskert takes first. It's McGee on second, 1 out. For Fred Luteris, a left-handed hitter. A good hitter. Phillies with a chance here to get something going. It's 1 out, first on second. Brown from the stretch. The pitch to Luteris. That's 6-10 left-handed. Grounds to third X. Butler, a 433. That's going to be an S1. He's a 433. That's 5-10, 16, 33. And it's an E2. This could be a single and a 2-base error. It's going to be an S1 E2. It is a single and an error. And all the runners score. A single by Luteris, and it was a throwing error by Butler. Landing Luteris at third. That's very strange. We had that in the last game. 2 runs come in to tie up this ball game. How ludicrous of Luteris. A single and a 2-base error. G1E2, wait a minute. That was an S1, I'm sorry, an S1 E2, batted to third. All runners score, so Luteris is on third. And it was a, I guess we just call it an error, we don't know. Runners advanced 3 bases. Must have been wild. And that puts Luteris on third with 1 out. And it's a tie ball game. And And that's going to bring up Mickey Doolin. Six. Base hit up the middle, and that scores Luderus. And the Phillies take the lead 4-3. A big hit by Mickey Doolin on a 6-6 right-handed, single right up the middle, thrown in by Wilbur. And so Doolin on first, one out. Quite a rally going here. Here's Moron. Doolin on first, still only one out. Brown, and the pitch to Moron. 5-6 right-handed, and there is a base hit. Doolin goes to third. And no, we're not replacing Brown. He has not reached fatigue, and that's the way it went back then. And that's going to bring up Chalmers, the pitcher. Chalmers is a 2WR. We'll need a new pitcher's hitting card here. Chalmers a 2WR, first and third, one out, infield back here. Big rally here for the Phillies in the top of the sixth. 3 big runs. Okay, here's Brown now. The pitch to Chalmers. That's 5-7 right-handed. Grounds it to short. This could be 2. Herzog to Sweeney at second, to Tenney at first, and it is an inning-ending double play. So Brown gets out of it. There were 3 runs, though. On 4 hits, a walk, an error, and in the middle of the 6th, it is a 4-3 ball game. Quite a turnaround. This is a 5-game series, folks. In the first 3 games, the Red Sox, the Rustlers won, then the Phillies took the next 2. It looks like the Rustlers were gonna come back here and tie up the series, but it was 3-1 Rustlers, but 3 big runs here in the top of the 6th for the Phillies, and in the middle of the 6th, it is a 4-3 ball game, but this game is hardly in the bag. George Chalmers is the winner of record now, in for Beebe, and Buster Brown still pitching for the Boston Rustlers, a very arcane game in our Strat-O-Matic 1911 replay. And we thank Kathy Harden for the repost on the second post of this doubleheader. And I need to chill out for a little bit, folks. I'm going to take a break for about 5 minutes. I hope you all understand. Chalmers will come in to pitch for the Phils, protecting a 4-3 lead. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. Happy New Year to everybody. Way too early for the other stuff. I'm gonna finish up the coffee, but the closer I get to noon, the closer I get to the other stuff. I say we got a ball game here. Phillies 4, Rustlers 3. Rustlers due up in the bottom of the 6th, and it will be Chalmers holding the game. I'll be back in a few minutes. Hey folks, Jeffrey Guterman. And it's a very strange morning for me. I've got lots of things on my mind, personal issues, personal problems, and I'm coping the best I can. I'm gonna get some more coffee here. I got about 90 minutes until it's time for the other stuff. And there's nothing I can really do about any of these problems right now. So therefore, I'm not going to dwell on them. Indeed. So if you would like to join me as we continue to play some Strat-O-Matic. One thing I might do is play the first game of this doubleheader and then switch to the 69 replay for an afternoon game back to September 3rd. We'll always do the second game in some future time. And we have a real snoozer for you. The Cleveland Indians at the Minnesota Twins. But the Twins are a first place team. It'll be Steve Hargan for Cleveland and Dave Boswell for the Twins. And Rod Carew is playing. He's back in the lineup. And Dave Boswell will be going for his 20th win. And Boswell has 19. Jim Cott on Minnesota has 17. And Jim Perry has 16. So the Twins have a chance for 3 20-game winners here if Perry gets enough starts. And if I do another game, that sounds great, Kathy Harden. Yeah. And we'll do that come around noon, everybody. I'll probably hit the store, get a little something to eat, and come around to the other stuff for a fresh ball game. It's going to be George Chalmers who is in this to win this now. He relieved Beebe after Beebe reached fatigue. Finn's up at 1 o'clock. Oh, okay, there's something to look forward to. Thanks for that emoji there, Kathy Harden. In real world we're talking, the Dolphins have already clinched a playoff spot. I don't know if this may help them with home field or what, or a bye or whatever, but always enjoy watching the Finns this year. The Finns have been quite a team. And my father used to love football. I'm gonna get some coffee here. It's warming up just a bit here in Fort Lauderdale at Studio B, where we're situated. But still no air conditioning is needed. Got about 2 cups left. Here's Chalmers now. Sweeney leading it off for the Rustlers. They're down 4-3 after a 3-1 lead. Here's Chalmers now. He retired the first 2 Rustlers he faced in relief of Beebe. Here's Chalmers and the windup. The pitch to Sweeney, 1-5, and he grounds it to second. Nabe has it. And he throws to Luderus for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. Now here's Art Butler. These cards are still very, very, very crisp. Haven't used them too much. Here's Art Butler now. He's 0 for 2. Chalmers the windup and the pitch. That's 1-4, and he pops it up to short. Doolin makes the catch, 2 away. He's retired the first 4 Rustlers he's faced, Chalmers. And here comes Peaches Graham. Peaches popped to first, flew to left. Oh, here's Chalmers now. The pitch to Peaches, 1-6, and he walked him. And that brings up Buster Brown, and you know he's going to hit. That's the way they did it back then. Only down by 1, by the way. He's a 4 NR. Two outs, Peaches on first. Here's Chalmers. And the pitch, 1-7, and he struck him out. So that will retire the side. No runs, no hits. The walk to Graham. He was left on base. We've gone 6 here. We got a ball game. It's Phillies 4, Rustlers 3. And Buster Brown will try to keep the Rustlers in this ball game. And it will be the top of the order, Tight Pants. Tight Pants Titus leads it off 0 for 3, top of the 7th here. Here's Brown now. The pitch to Titus. That's 5-7 left-handed, grounds it to second for Sweeney. And he throws it over to Tenney at first for the out, one away. These are the exact lineups that were used in this game. Howard Taft was president. Here's Otto Nabe with one out. Otto doubled and scored the first run for the Phils. Brown, the windup, and the pitch to Nabe. That's 1-3 right-handed, pops it up to first. For Tenney, he makes the catch. 2 outs. And here's Hans Lobert. He always gets a big hand, even from the visiting crowd. Hans Lobert, 0 for 2 with a walk. Okay, Brown. Here's the pitch to Lobert. That is 4-9 right-handed, and it is a base hit by Lobert. A 2-out single. Lobert and A being held. He'll be a 1-14. And here's Sherry McGee, 3 for 3 today. A double and 2 singles. He knocked in a run and scored a run. Here's Brown now. The pitch to McGee. That's 2-5. And it's a base hit by McGee. He's 4 for 4. Lobert goes to third. And a 2-out rally here for the Phillies. A 2-5. Right-handed, that's a base hit. And Lobert is on third. McGee on first. McGee 4 for 4 today. And here's Dodie Packard in a clutch situation. Here's Brown now from the stretch and the pitch to Paskert. That's 4-5 right-handed, and he grounds it to third. Butler has it. And he throws to Tenney, and Brown gets out of it, leaving 2 on. We're in the 7th inning stretch now. In a very leisurely ball game, first game of a doubleheader. Second game is all ready, even though that's going to have to wait till God knows when, maybe next New Year's Eve. And here's Chalmers, the winner of record. And he's going to face the top of this Rustlers lineup. Josh Clark will lead it off. Chalmers has 5 innings of endurance. He's in the end of his 2nd inning here. Chalmers. Okay, Chalmers is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Clark. That's 1-9 right-handed, and he flies it to right field. for Tight Pants, and Tight Pants makes the catch. Tight Pants Titus out in right. That's one down. And here's Fred Tenney. Tenney had a sacrifice bunt. He walked and doubled left on base. Chalmers is ready. And the pitch, 3-11. It's a base hit to right by Tenney. His second hit of the ball game. Now here's Buck Herzog. Okay, Chalmers from the stretch. The pitch to Herzog. That's 1-9 right-handed. It's a base hit to left for Buck Herzog. Tenney goes to second. He's a 1-10. He'll hold. And Doc Miller is the batter. So Chalmers in trouble here. Rustlers down by 1. Bottom of the 7th. Here's Chalmers now. And the pitch to Miller. That's 3-9 right-handed. It's a grounder to second. Nabe has it. He goes to first to get Miller, and the runners advance. Herzog to second, Tenney to third. It's 2 outs, second and third, and here comes Wilbur Good in a clutch situation. Wilbur, a left-handed hitter. Wilbur steps in the batter's box. Chalmers trying to get out of this. 2 outs, second and third. Here's the pitch to Wilbur. That is 6-9. And he struck him out. Chalmers gets out of it with his third strikeout. He's a fair strikeout pitcher, but he's thrown 3 already. The side is retired, no runs. 2 hits and 2 left on. And we've gone 7. It's a 4-3 ball game, Phillies. Here's Buster Brown in his first endurance inning. Buster Brown in his first endurance inning. It's going to be ludicrous. Phillies lead it 4-3. Again, Phillies a pretty mediocre team, just a few games under 500. Rustlers a horrible team. Came in last. They're given a run for the money in this series. They won the first game, lost the next 2 to Philly, They were leading here 3-0, then 3-1. And the Phillies have come out ahead 4-3. It's top of the 8th. Brown in his first endurance inning. Luderus at the plate. Here's the pitch from Brown. That is 6-11 left-handed. Grounds it to second for Sweeney. And he throws to Tenney for the first out here. And now Mickey Doolin is the batter. They had misspelled his name. I think they had it as Dewin. And there is a Dewin on this team. But he's not playing this game. It's Doolin, 1 for 2 with a walk. 1 out, nobody on. Here's Brown. That's 6-3 right-handed. Grounds it to short. Fielded by Herzog, and he throws over to Tenney for the second out. And here's the moron. Pat Moron. Two outs, nobody on. Moron at the plate. Moron, 1 for 3. Jimmy Jim has arrived. Here's Brown. And that's 3-9 right-handed. Grounds it to third. Scooped by Butler. And he throws to Tenney. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Brown. The moron is retired. And we're heading to the bottom of the 8th here. Chalmers, the winner of record. He's pitched 2 2/3, allowed 2 hits, walked 1, struck out 3, no runs. He came in to relieve Beebe, who reached fatigue in the 5th. At the time, it was a 3-1 ball game. But since then Phillies scored 3 in the top of the 6th after Chalmers came in. And Gigi has arrived. Chalmers trying to win this. It's going to be Sweeney leading it off. We got about an hour and 5 minutes until I start with the other stuff. That can't come soon enough for me. It's going to be Cleveland at Minnesota in our 69 replay coming, we expect, about noon. Sweeney is 1 for 2, a double. Cleared the bases in the first with that double. It was bases loaded. A 3-run double. He walked and grounded out. Here's Chalmers now. The pitch to Sweeney. That is 4-7 right-handed. He walked him. So the tying run is on first. Bill Sweeney. He's an A. Moron, the catcher, will make him a 1-12. And here's Art Butler. Thank you very much, Mark, for the feedback. Sweeney on first, no outs. And there's going to be a hitter for Art Butler. How do you like that? They're going to bring in a pinch hitter. Butler is 0 for 3. It's going to be Patsy Flaherty. Patsy Flaherty will come in to hit for Butler, the third baseman. I don't know why Scotty Ingerton is not playing today, but he will come in to play third in the top of the 9th. Because I recall him starting. He may be injured. He's not playing in a bunch of games here. Let me just check out Scotty in case he's on another team, even though it says Rustlers. Scotty Ingerton. Here he is. Oh, he played very little, but he's obviously hurt. He played for this Rustler team. He's obviously hurt. He should be back soon, but we'll use him anyway. So it's going to be Patsy Flaherty to come in and hit for Butler. Here's Flaherty, a left-handed hitter. Chalmers on the mound. Really? Pat Moron. From Pittsburgh, Massachusetts. Moron behind the plate, catching Chalmers. It's Sweeney on first, the tying run. Flaherty is the go-ahead run. He's got power. Here's Chalmers now. And the pitch to Flaherty. That's 6-3, left-handed. Base hit, Flaherty. Sweeney goes to second and holds. So Flaherty is on first. Sweeney on second. And it's going to be Peaches Graham coming up. Chalmers trying to settle down here. Tying run in scoring position with no outs. Here's Chalmers now from the stretch. And the pitch, 5-6, right-handed. That is a base hit by Peaches Graham. Sweeney comes home with the tying run. Flaherty goes to third. And he's staying in here. Buster Brown, the pitcher, will hit. This was dead ball. They played a different kind of ball game, first and third. Here's Buster Brown now. It's a 4-4 ball game here. That was just peachy by Peaches. A big single here, bringing Sweeney home. It's first and third, and Buster Brown is the pitcher, is the hitter, also the pitcher. He's back in this ball game. And it's a suicide squeeze. Whoa, the infield is back. It's a 3. Oh, Lord, it looks like a beauty. He's a B bunter, and he beats it out. Oh, my, on the bunt. Flaherty comes home with the go-ahead run. Oh, my. Oh my, oh my. A suicide squeeze by Buster Brown. Chalmers in deep doo-doo. He walked Sweeney. Butler, Flaherty came in to hit for Butler. He singled. It was first and second, and then Peaches knocked Sweeney home with a base hit. Then first and third, and Buster Brown laid it down, a perfect bunt. And Flaherty came in with the fifth run, and it's a 5-4 ball game. My Jesus. Chalmers will stay in this ball game. It's first and second, still nobody out, Kathy Harden. And here's Josh Clark. This is dead ball. He's staying in this frickin' game. First and second, nobody out. Here's Chalmers. And the pitch to Clark. That is 1-4 right-handed. Fly ball left. Sherry McGee under it. He makes the catch, and that's the first out of the inning. The runners hold. And here's Fred Tenney. We have one more cup of coffee left. One out, first and second. If you're looking ahead to the ninth, it'll be a hitter for Chalmers, most likely. And then back to the top of the order, Tight Pants Titus and Otto Nabe. The Phillies now down by one. A big comeback with 2 runs here in the bottom of the 8th for the Rustlers. Here's Chalmers now. The pitch to Tenney. That's 6-6 left-handed, and there is a double down the line. Peaches scores. Buster Brown goes to third, and that's going to be it for Chalmers here in the 8th. Chalmers pitched 3. He's the loser now. Brown the winner. Three innings, 6 hits, walked 2, struck out 3, has allowed 3 thus far. And he's responsible for second and third, still only 1 out, and that's it for Chalmers. And coming in will be Pete Alexander. He pitched 3 innings in yesterday's game. He ran out of it. He ran out of gas. But he's going to be used again. He would not be used in the second game. So it sounds a little late here for Pete Alexander to come in, but he's coming in to get them out of this. It's a 6-4 game. Here's Pete Alexander. This is his rookie year. He is a right-hander. And here's Buck Herzog with 1 out, second and third. Chalmers responsible for them. Okay, here's Alexander now. The pitch to Herzog. 5-7 right-handed, struck him out. 2 down. And here's Doc Miller. Miller 0 for 3 on a walk. Alexander from the stretch, and the pitch to Miller. That is 2-11 right-handed. He pops it up behind the plate. Moron makes the catch. And the side is retired, but 3 big runs. They had 3 runs in the first, 3 here in the 8th. And they've come back here to take the lead 6-4. And Buster Brown, who's gone all the way, allowing 4 runs. He has full endurance. The 8th was his first, and there's going to be a hitter for Pete Alexander. How do you like that? So Alexander comes in to pitch 2/3, retires both batters he faces. This is the rookie. Let's see who's hitting here to face Buster Brown, and I'll get my coffee, my final coffee. It's going to be Red Doin. Red Doin. They had Doolin spelled as Doin, I believe, in that card. On his card, I had to change it, but Doin will come in to hit here on the top of the 9th. With the Phillies down by 2. If he gets on, they'll have a pinch runner for sure. Red Doin steps into the batter's box, and I'm going to go get my final cup of coffee for the entire day. Before we head to the the top of the 9th, I would just want to say I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and on behalf of myself and the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, we wish you a very, very happy New Year. And we'll be back in just a couple minutes. We have a ball game this afternoon, and my hope is to start it at noon Eastern time, 12 p.m. Eastern time, Cleveland at Minnesota. And it might be 15 minutes after noon, but look on my landing page because I'm going to run to the store after this ball game and get myself some nourishment. It's been a back and forth ball game. The Rustlers took a 3-0 lead in the first when Sweeney doubled with bases loaded, cleared the bases. Then the Phillies scored a run to make it 3-1. Then they scored 3 in the 6th. It was 4-3 Phillies, but in the bottom of the 8th, off of Chalmers, who came in for Beebe, they scored 3 big runs. Terry Ingerton is now playing third base. Scotty Ingerton, and he is a .330 at third base. After Flaherty hit for Butler. And Red Doohan is going to be the pinch hitter. He's a catcher. He can't run. But he can hit. He hit 308. 328, I'm sorry. Red Doohan, not to be confused with Mickey Doolin. And Buster Brown for the win here. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, my Lord, that's good coffee. Oh. Oh, that is some good coffee there. Here's Buster Brown now trying to win it here in the top of the ninth. First game of a double. Here's Brown now facing Doohan, the windup and the pitch to Doohan. That is 2-6 right-handed, and he grounds it to short for Herzog, and he throws it over to Tenney at first. It's one away. And here comes Tight Pants Kathy Harden. What are you referring to? That I enjoyed this game? Oh yeah, this game wasn't too bad. I got a little bored by 1911, but this game wasn't bad. If by chance the Phils tie this game or go ahead here in the ninth, there'll be a new pitcher for the Phillies. Tight Pants Titus, 0 for 4 today. He's got to loosen that up a little bit. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh. Oh, that's very good coffee. Here's Buster Brown. The windup and the pitch to Tight Pants. That's 3-7 right-handed. He pops it up to Sweeney at second, and he makes the catch, 2 down. Buster Brown 1 out away from the win. And Otto Nabe is the batter. He's 1 for 4, doubled and scored the first run for Philly. This would be a real tough loss for Philly. Chalmers, who no, I'm sorry. Here's Otto Nabe. Two outs, nobody on. Brown looking for his second win of the season. Turning out to be a very reliable pitcher for this Rustlers ball club. Brown into his windup and the pitch to Nabe. 1-9 right-handed. Pops it up. Third base line, just in foul territory, and Ingerton makes the catch, and the ball game is over. The final score here in Boston. In the first game of a doubleheader, Boston Rustlers 6, Philadelphia Phillies 4. Buster Brown went all the way, and he's going to be 2-0 now. We'll enter that in the books. He pitched 9. 7. He allowed 9 hits. He got into trouble in the 6th, allowing 3 runs, but he stayed steady. He walked 3, struck out 2, went all the way, allowed 4 runs, and got the win. The loss goes to Chalmers. I think he's 0-1. The Rustlers were tough today, indeed. We'll check that out. Chalmers, actually, he won 1 game, so he's now 1-1 on the season. He was 1-0. He didn't start, that's why we didn't put him in. Final line, Rustlers 6 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. Phillies 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. So that's your ball game. I'll let you, if any of you are interested, watch me put this in the books and show you my system. Then we will end this broadcast in about 5 minutes. And like I said, I will probably be going at about noon for the 1969 game, Cleveland and Minnesota. This is the way we do this. We have our 1969 file right here. And in this game, we're going to put Chalmers in for the loss. And we'll put Buster Brown in for the win. I'm not sure if you all can see this. He's 2-0 now. And then in our standings, this was game 44. Boston wins it. They're 4-3 now. And that puts them only 2 games behind Cincinnati, who's off to a 5-0 start. Giants are 4-1. They're the best team. The loss goes to the Phillies. They're 2-4. That'll tie them with the Brooklyn Red Robins, or the Brooklyn Dodgers, really. So they're 2-4 now. Off to a they're the Phillies, and that'll put them 3.5 behind. And then we add these up: 9, 13, 16, 18, 23. And then it should come around the same on the loss column: 4, 7, 11, 15, 19, 23. Then we add the NL and the AL. That's 2044 games played. So that's going to be it here. And the only reason we put this in now was because we're not going to probably, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks a lot, Gigi. Yeah, I always double check on that. So that's the ball game here in our 1911 replay. Stay strong, everybody. Kathy Harden, thank you for the suggestion and of playing this on New Year's Eve. Stay strong, everybody. And I'll probably catch you all, if you come back, at around noon or maybe a few minutes later. On behalf of the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, Happy New Year to everybody. This has been a broadcast of the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Sports Network. I play this 1911 replay so rarely now that I keep them in this bag in a cupboard. Whereas And the same for my 64, whereas I keep the 69 teams right here, and my football game is below here. Take care, everybody, and hope to see you afternoon. Thank you.